Donald Trump is once again in full blown panic mode over this Epstein story that is both consuming and surrounding his presidency. And it really reached a head today when he flirted with the idea of pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, this is interesting for a number of reasons. Not only would he be pardoning an awful criminal, but also it comes on day 2 of his Department of Justice interviewing Ghislaine Maxwell in Florida. And I also have some breaking news about that. Her attorney went on Fox News after their day 2 meeting concluded and dropped some pretty major news about the meeting, which I want to share with you in just a minute. But before we do so, I want to start with Donald Trump being asked about Ghislaine Maxwell and a possible pardon and more that was asked of him in connection to this story. So let's start here. Earlier today at the White House, he had this to say about a pardon for her.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really
if they
something.
recommended it?
It's some, I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
But you wouldn't rule it out, sir?
See, like you even heard the reporter at the end there saying, so you wouldn't rule it out, and he refused to do so. He kept that door open. It kind of seems like he's laying the groundwork by saying, well, I'm allowed to do it. If I wanted to, I could. I'm allowed to do it, which obviously he's allowed to do it. He's president. He has the pardon power, but it seems like he's already justifying a possible pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell. And this is why I'm saying that Donald Trump is panicking. No other American president in recent history would even think for half a second about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. If it was Obama, if it was Biden, and they happen to be president right now, the answer would be no. Am I going to pardon one of the worst criminals in modern American history? No. Next question. That would be it. But Donald Trump is saying, well, haven't thought about it. I'm allowed to, but I haven't thought about it. It's just so insane. And it got even worse when Donald Trump continued to be asked about Epstein and he tried to divert attention. This is Donald Trump's tactic when he's in panic mode, either just refuse to answer questions or maybe find a backdoor solution such as pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, or just divert attention. Just look over there. Don't look at me. Look at these people who are committing bad crimes. It's not me. So take a look at what he had to say.
Or they should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about. Because, Jeffrey Epstein should be spoken about. And they should speak about them because they don't talk about them. They talk about me. I have nothing to do with the guy.
What a stupid answer. He's like, well, I wonder why everybody's talking about my association with Epstein. Maybe it's because you're president of the United States right now. Like, we all very much care about other people who might have been connected to him and perhaps did something bad in connection with Epstein, but he's the leader of the free world. He's the one who controls these documents. Of course, people are going to be focused on it. And the thing about the Democrats is if whoever he chose, Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, whoever he wants to select from the group of people he likes to pick on, if they did something bad, hold them accountable. What are we going to do? Throw out our Clinton hats, our Clinton sneakers, our Clinton perfume, our Clinton trading cards? No, we're not in a cult. So we don't have those things. We're not loyal to anybody. If somebody did something bad, hold them accountable. Nobody's above the law. That's the mantra of the Democratic Party. So Trump can try to divert attention all he wants. He can say, hey, look at this pretty shiny thing over here. Look at this. We're not going to fall for it. We're focused on him, his connections to Epstein, and why he's being so suspicious about it all, why he's refusing to release any documents. And what's funny about today is Donald Trump was flying to Scotland for an international meeting, and he even got asked about Epstein there. He got asked in the United States. He fled the country. Maybe as part in his mind, he was thinking, at least I can get away from this coverage. Certainly didn't work because a reporter on the ground there asked him this.
No, I was never briefed. No.
Did you ask?
Quick and easy answer, but the reporter asked, were you ever briefed about your name being in the Epstein files? He said no. He's lying once again. We know from the Wall Street Journal and now the New York Times, who reported that they've accessed and seen different letters inside that birthday book where Trump's initial birthday card was included, that Donald Trump absolutely wrote a birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein, number one, but also number two, that Donald Trump's name appears in the Epstein files, and he was told about it. We have all of these different articles, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times confirming it, that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files, was flagged multiple times by people who were reviewing the files. So he's just telling a bold-faced lie. I know you're so shocked, right? That Donald Trump, the prolific liar, is lying again, but nonetheless, he is being incredibly dishonest here. And you can even see it in his face. Like he knows this is getting really, really bad for him. He later spoke in Glasgow, Scotland about the Epstein files further, and I want to show you that clip as well. Take a look.
We make it.
Did you ask House Republican leaders to not vote on the resolution about releasing the files?
I was never involved in that. I'm focused on making deals. I'm not focused on conspiracy theories that you are.
Oh.
And I watch you people. It's so sad. You ought to talk about the success of our country instead of this nonsense that you talk about.
I mean, I laugh not because the topic is funny, but it's just so obvious that this guy has something to hide. He's like, I make all these deals. You should really stop talking about these files. And if he wanted people to stop talking about the files, and it was just a total bogus story, and it didn't implicate him whatsoever, release them. Just release them. If I was being accused, I think you would agree, anybody would agree, if I was being accused of being associated with the worst criminal in modern American history, one of the worst at least, I would just do anything I could to exonerate myself. If there was this large trove of files that exonerated me, as Donald Trump claims it's a hoax or that his name isn't mentioned in a significant manner, just release the documents. But he refused to do that. He still is refusing to do that. So this guy, you can see it on his face. That's what I'm saying. Like with Donald Trump, you can see when he's a little worried in his face. He doesn't hide it all that well. And as I mentioned, Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney went on Fox News to talk about their day 2 meetings today after their meetings concluded. It was around 3 hours today. And he dropped a bombshell about Ghislaine Maxwell wanting a pardon, trying to make a request to Donald Trump for a pardon. And I think this speaks to a broader issue that perhaps we're going to see happen in just a couple of weeks. Just take a look.
He's got the latest from Washington for us. So, David, what else did Maxwell's attorney say?
Well, he said a lot. We wish we could be in and hear what was said in the actual meeting. This meeting was a lot shorter than it was yesterday, but this was a 2-day event. The highlight, though, it appears that her team wants a pardon. Watch.
We're going to take one day at a time. I know that's very cliche, but it's true because things are happening so quickly. We haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. And listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so. We hope he exercises that power in the right and just way.
God. So, he's talking to this Fox News reporter. He's saying, we haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. He said this morning, as he did, that he has the power to do so. We hope he exercises that power in a right and just way. So they are absolutely angling for a pardon, and it seems like Donald Trump is setting themselves up to get a pardon. And I do want to show you this tweet from my friend Keith Edwards. You might know his channel on YouTube. If you haven't, check it out. But I think this is exactly what's about to happen. And I know I always say on this channel that we don't do conspiracy theories here. We just don't do that. We only believe things based off of fact. But it almost seems too obvious to not bring this to your attention. He wrote, "Here's how it's about to go down. Ghislaine names a bunch of Democrats, maybe tosses in a few billionaires. She says Trump did nothing wrong. MAGA praises her for taking down the pedophiles, the powerful people, and then Trump pardons her for telling the truth." I really think that these meetings that the DOJ is having with Ghislaine are very shady. Very shady. We don't know what she was carrying in that box when she got back to the prison yesterday. We don't know what's being said in these meetings. Nobody's telling us, not the DOJ, not Ghislaine Maxwell's side. And it almost seems like, with Donald Trump kind of keeping that door open for a pardon, that might be the direction he's going in. And I say this because I truly believe that Donald Trump is so narcissistic that obviously, number one, he doesn't care about the United States and keeping bad people out of society. But also, number two, he will do whatever it takes to protect himself, his name, his future, and his family. The Trump organization, the Trump name. So I think it's entirely possible that Donald Trump pardons Ghislaine Maxwell, but we shall see in the near future. I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Drop a like on the video, comment. Let me know what you think about the story. Let me know if you think Ghislaine Maxwell is going to get pardoned. But as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.